Morgan, how are you feeling right now?
I hate you. You're a bitch.
How could you say that to me? We were the best friends.
Fuck you.
Best of friends.
We're not.
What are your opinions on No Man's Sky?
That's a shitty game.
For
It's
what?
not even really a game.
It's not.
If you enjoy the experience with it, that's great for you. But
you're not enjoying.
Journey was $20. Journey was like $20, and it's a million times better experience than No Man's Sky for all the same reasons and more. Like, hey, it makes me feel happy. It's nice, slow-paced, gentle gameplay for when I want to relax. Hey, guess what? So was Journey. So was Abzu.
Minecraft.
Fuck Minecraft.
But what? But Minecraft
So is
is
Abzu. So is that other game by that game company. Guess what?
Fury?
They were like $20 each. They were nice, compact, happy little experiences. Happy little trees in the gameplay landscape. But nobody fucking bought them.
But did the developers lie?
No. They didn't lie about Journey. Journey was all truthful and happy. Everything they said about Journey was in Journey. It was real. They didn't claim that there would be water worlds in Journey when there weren't. There were water worlds in Journey. Kind of. It was weird, though.
Yeah, the thing about No Man's Sky is I was debating about getting it, and then someone told me there's a chance that only less than 1% of the game will ever be explored. And I'm like, that's not that's amazing, but it was also dumb, because why would you do that? I think it was just made for purposes of breaking some kind of record.
It's a tech demo. It's a big glorified tech demo. And have you seen the user interface?
No?
The UI. Oh, fuck me, it's bad. Like, oh boy. Watching people who like the game try to navigate from one system to another is a beautiful. It's amazing. Because they're talking about how much they love the game. Oh, it's so pretty. And then they go into the menu and they're like, how do I go to that world I was just on? Where is it? Where is it? Oh god, I can't find it. I can't find it. How does this menu work? Can I search for planets I've already been to? No. You know that planet that you named yourself and it's your special little baby? Good fucking luck finding it again in the user interface. Oh, I'm only one system away from it. Well, are you going to be able to highlight it? No, because it's a stupid radio bullshit in 3 dimensions. You're using an analog stick to select worlds in a 3-dimensional space. It's all around in a big magic sphere.
But what about the Atlas interface thing?
What's an atlas?
So, you know on the cover of No Man's Sky is that big diamond with a red dot in the middle?
Oh, yeah.
That's the Atlas, which is just Space Machine God.
Okay.
And guess how many races, as far as I can tell, because when you go to the Atlas thing, it just tells you, guess how many races of aliens you can meet?
I'm going to guess 5.
There's 4. Plus the Atlas.
I was lowballing.
That's it. There's like the Gek, the Viking, the Korvax, and something else. And Atlas. That's it. That's all the intelligent alien races you can interact with. As far as I know, from what I've seen.
INB4, people start saying, oh, Mass Effect only had like 4 or 5 races.
But it wasn't universe-wide.
And more importantly, they were amazing. Well fleshed out, well thought out alien civilizations.
These aliens, you don't speak their language. You have to slowly learn their language one word at a time.
One useless word at a time.
And just like in Reigns, when they want to interact with you, it doesn't tell you if it's good or bad what you're about to do. What you might do could decrease your standing or raise it, or might end up accidentally getting you pledged to marry an alien, which could happen to somebody.
In a better game, that could be really interesting. Interacting with aliens where you don't know what everything's going to do, like Reigns. In Reigns, that system is really interesting.
Because new people show up and you're like, who are you? Where are you from?
But in No Man's Sky, there's so little consequence or bonus to everything that you're doing that you just don't care, and it's frustrating.
It's the Sentinels. The Sentinels are a little robot race. That's little robot cameras that monitor everything that are on every single planet ever.
Yeah.
If you piss them off, they start they start shooting you with lasers.
Yeah.
Like if you steal too much gold or steal too much, or like mining, apparently stealing from these little things. But they're on every single world.
Yeah.
I don't think they should be. You know what I mean? They're on every undiscovered planet, yet there's a robot there that is like Don't take all that gold. That's my gold.
I get what you're saying. Yeah. I
You
mean,
know?
that just speaks to how limited the game actually is.
And those things will fuck you up so quick. If
Yeah.
you steal these like pearls out of this alien egg thing, like they deploy this like Star Wars walker that will demolish your entire life.
I've seen those, yeah. And it's like, that's the type of thing where, like you said, if they weren't on every world, that could be really interesting. Every time you go onto a new world, you're like, and you start mining, it's like, are the Sentinels here? I don't know. How much am I allowed to
They'll
mine?
show up. They show
Are
up.
they
And,
even here?
they show up and look at your face and start scanning you.
Mm. And if they weren't on every world, it would be interesting.
And you know, it's
but
actually
not.
like the GTA 5 wanted level where there's 5 sentinel symbols, and depending on how many there are in out of the 5, that's how pissed off they are.
Do they actually, like, is that actually on the screen?
Yeah.
That's dumb. That shouldn't. Like,
Like,
most of the interface is like, it
But if
makes
you-
sense in world. Why does your space helmet have a Sentinel wanted level tracker on it? Why?
And to like be,
Doesn't make any fucking sense.
I do like the one thing how you can make offers on if you go to a space station, which the space stations look really cool. The alien there's alien spaceships there too that you can buy from them.
Right.
You can make an offer,
But
but you need to play for like thousands of hours to like. If you wanted one that has 30 spaces for holding stuff, it's like 20 million units.
yeah, the currency.
Yeah.
There's also the fact that, like, oh, this ship looks really neat. I'm gonna talk to this guy. Hey guy, that was fun. Oh look, a similar ship just flew in. I'm gonna talk. Oh wait, it's the same one. It's the same ship.
I've never seen one like that same ship appear in a hangar.
It was Angry Joe's review. Specifically, that's where I saw this happen. He was in one space station. He walked around, and 5 of the same ship with the same alien with the same name showed up. He spoke to them, and then they left. 5 goddamn times, and people are saying the world is huge. This universe is so big. Oh, there's so many aliens in it. Then how could the same fucking alien show up 5 goddamn times without even a randomly generated name? That they couldn't even go that far to make it more immersive and more interesting. Fucking Christ.
Yeah, and like there's not even like a consequence to warping when people are like, oh, there's just never an asteroid in your way. I kind of want it to be like, you can't do that. There's an asteroid field in that way. You have to go somewhere else.
That is something I wondered about when I was watching footage of it. Is like,
don't
you see
bump-
people like warping through, and there's asteroids all around them, but they never actually hit anything.
You can bump into them very slowly, but if you're warping, you won't hit them.
Then what's the point of having asteroids?
To mine them, you can shoot them with your laser.
But they're not a hazard. They're just there.
You can crash into them.
But only if you're going slowly.
The thing is, though, you can also accidentally hit a ship when you're mining asteroids and accidentally walk into a space fight.
Really? You can accidentally walk into a space fight, like the ones shown in the trailers, where different factions will be having wars that you just stumble onto?
And then you actually fight.
Because that doesn't happen in the game.
No. The one guy was playing it and he shot, and then he's like, nearby SOS signal detected. He's like, what? And it's from a ship he just shot by accident.
Okay.
And it was pretty funny. And like,
But can you get an SOS signal when you don't just shoot somebody?
yeah, it's a distress signal. You can find a crashed ship with either one of the 4 alien races in it, and they can be like happy that you like. What's amazing is when someone's playing it, there's no like, you can't piss off one of the alien creatures as far as I've seen where they will kill you.
Okay, yeah.
They'll just be like angry and you'll leave.
That's a little disappointing, but it probably makes for a
I
better
also
gameplay
think,
experience.
Like, they are randomly generated like looks, like they all look kind of different, but they're all still the same kind of race. I guess they just didn't want to have infinite alien fucking civilizations for you to bump into.
Well, they kind of do in the form of all the animals on the planets.
Yeah, but
which
you
are
can't.
just a random
you
hodgepodge.
can't buy them stuff. You can't buy
No,
stuff from
no.
them or get new multi tools from.
Imagine if you could.
They're pretty neat.
That's the thing with No Man's Sky is like, it was all before the game released. Everyone was like, "Imagine what it'll be like. Imagine how amazing it'll be." And now that the game is released, we're like, "Imagine how great it could have been. Imagine how amazing it could have been."
It's weird that like the game is so big, but to me it looks so small for what it is. You go like from what I see, all the planets. It's just one planet that you go to do the exact same thing. You go there, mine, fill up your inventory, just like Donkey said. Fill your inventory, sell your shit, repeat.
Yeah, It's kind of amazing watching various different people all play through it, and many of them will be like, "Oh man, this is so amazing." Markiplier was one of the worst ones where he was like, "Oh, no one else is gonna have this gameplay experience," and you watch Jack play it, and it's basically the same thing. You watch somebody else play it, basically the same thing. They're all having the exact same experience, and each one of them is going, "Wow, this experience is completely unique. It's amazing." And it's like, no, you're wrong. It's not unique at all.
Okay, what I think, when someone wants to play a good thing like this, I think Subnautica is the same kind of game, but it's so much better.
Yeah, and there's
And
other ones even that take place in space, like
there's Elite Dangerous,
Mhm.
which is it is the Milky Way galaxy, and you can go to every little thing, and there you can bump into multiplayer people and shoot them down and take their shit.
yeah,
It's a lot of fun, and there are factions in the game, but they control segments of the universe. Or, I mean, galaxy. It's just such a cool game that like this could happen in the future. It's
It-
like it's
the one thing it lacks compared to No Man's Sky is scale. That's the one thing that Elite Dangerous is missing that No Man's Sky has is scale. Other than that, like,
it's more condensed, so it's more enjoyable.
yeah,
Everything in No Man's Sky, the first 2 hours is like great, and then you realize that first 2 hours is exactly the same as every other next hour
mm.
you're gonna experience in that game.
It happens with tons of open world games. But the thing with most open world games is that there's also a story. There's also some kind of hook onto it that you'll be able to enjoy.
Yeah,
Or
No
maybe
Man's
it's
Sky is
Minecraft
just
where
you're a lone guy
yeah,
who can who can travel interplanet, and you don't have a job. You're just like a space pirate.
and before anybody starts saying, "Oh, but there's lore. Oh, but there's side hidden things." Yeah, the same thing's true of Destiny. And you know what everybody completely agrees about Destiny? Story fucking sucks. Having lore does not make a story good. Mass Effect is a story with lore that's also good.
Bloodborne has
Yeah.
a lot of Bloodborne, and Dark Souls and all those have ridiculous worlds and ridiculous lore that you don't have to figure out if you don't want to. You can just play the game for yourself, and it's your story.
But Bloodborne and Dark Souls are built so that you'll want to read the lore.
Yeah,
you want
Have you
to know
seen
what's
Jack's
going
new
on.
tattoo?
I have, yeah.
Yeah.
The Hunter's Mark. That's,
Yeah, Jacksepticeye's first
Badass.
tattoo is the Bloodborne mark because he loves it.
It's also fucking huge.
It's also fucking giant, and if you look at it, it's upside down. If you're looking at him.
I thought it was the other way around, where if he was looking at it, it would be...
I know, but like that's him looking at it. But if you look at him,
Yeah.
it's not the right way up. That's what.
It's fucking whatever.
Okay, yeah, we might cut this tattoo nonsense out of this.
No, this has got to be unfiltered, unadulterated.
So here's the thing: if you want a good open world game where you can't even modify your ship. You can modify your backpack. But you have to go to little things on planets to do that one at a time. In Subnautica, you can just build your base out of shit you find. In fucking Cloud Atlas or No Man's Sky, you just buy stuff, sell it, maybe buy a new ship. But what if you could make your ship better with the stuff you have?
Cloud Atlas.
Sorry, I had Atlas on the mind, and then
That's fair. That's fair. I can see where this comes from. Yeah,
even yeah,
that is one thing that would help is customization options.
like you could, but the thing is, you don't. The customizing happens when you unlock it. Then
Yeah.
you can either have this new one or your old shitty one. There's no, I want, what? Wait, yeah, I guess that's true for anything, but I want to actually customize it, not just keep going to the next one and then the next one and the next one. I want to go from like 0, save all my money, and then go to 30. But
And imagine a situation where, like, rather than buying a ship from somebody and just trading in your ship, imagine if you could be like, I like your engines.
yeah, I like your.
I want your
guns.
engines.
I like how your ship has a force field
Yeah.
or something.
Then even like just on a basic level, customizing your ship would be a goal. It would be something you would want to do because it's yours and it's interesting.
But in No Man's Sky, it's just I want to go to all these similar planets and just get all the money. It's like
It would be like the Mad Max game. In the Mad Max game, customizing your car and making it yours and making it awesome is a huge draw. You can play the whole game, and that could be your only goal is making the best fucking interceptor you can, and you'll have a great time with it.
yeah, that's actually my goal in GTA. Is I found like a Firebird, and I'm trying to make it the best.
Exactly. And that's such a great gameplay experience.
Because like I want in the future to make like a custom map where it's like there are 3 semis, 1 interceptor, and like a bunch of doom buggies, and you got to stop the truck. You got to stop the truck in the middle from moving, or something like that.
Comparing No Man's Sky to GTA 5, not the most fair,
No,
balanced comparison we've ever
well,
made.
no, it's
Although they are the same price point.
it's gameplay experience. You're gonna have shit tons more fun with GTA 5 than you're ever gonna have. But No Man's Sky is fun. It's about exploring and stuff. It's like, well, let's go back to Subnautica, but Subnautica can also be really fucking terrifying because there's sea monsters and shit, but you go to No Man's Sky, go to a random planet, you're like, what's this alien? Is it harmful or not? I don't know. You scan it, and it tells you. It's like, oh, I guess I'll just avoid it.
Yeah.
I'll just not go over there.
It goes back again to my comparison to Journey / Abzu and those types of games. Because in those games, you're getting the exploration, you're getting that part of the experience, but it's crafted, it's a narrative, it's built. So that whereas in No Man's Sky, you might occasionally, maybe, have a cool moment. In Journey / Abzu, you're guaranteed to have those moments. Because the creators have put those there, those big wow moments. Those moments of terror or, like, joy. Whereas in No Man's Sky, it's entirely possible. Yeah, you could play through the whole game and never have anything interesting happen. It's entirely possible. Multiple people have probably had that happen.
Like, if you never even talk or ever try to, like, up your standing or lower your standing with any of the factions or races, you could just be that guy who just wants lots of money and wants to ignore the whole entire game, even though, like, it's all there and you paid for it, but you don't have to.
But even if that's what you want to do, there's so many better games to do that in.
Yeah, it's not even enticing,
Yeah.
Like, you don't want it. It's like, oh man, learning more about this Atlas thing. It's just like, isn't the just infinite space enough unknown stuff? Do you really need to go find some mystery thing that also everybody else playing this game is trying to find?
It's like, I also hear the argument often that the game is, like, pretty. Or the game is, like, interesting to look at.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't get that.
I think the different atmospheres outside the planets, sometimes it's a green area or sometimes it's like pink and stuff. It's like, wow, this is neat. On the planet, it's like, I see some rocks and some minerals that I've seen before and a goofy randomly generated oh, I'm glitched. Oh, there's a glitch. Fuck. I glitched the landing sequence. Ugh.
It definitely, like, if the game was
not so expensive.
Well, that's the fucking crux of this whole thing, isn't it? But if the game had at least 5 planets, let's say 5 planets that weren't randomly generated, where they went in and they customized it and they made sure they were all really good, and the main story path was just go to these 5 planets and do shit on them, 10 out of 10, great game.
Or like one of the planets says, you need to go out there, and we will, like, give you a ship. You come back with like 600 units worth of gold. You got to go out and find it.
Yeah, just
bounties,
just some layer of, like,
purpose,
structure
and purpose. Like,
anything.
This is something I have to do. Not this is something I can do if I feel like it. But I don't. If you love the game, good for you. Just
no, not good for you. That's like saying, oh, do you like Michael Bay's Transformers? Great, I'm happy for you.
Yeah, that's right. I know anyone who likes the Michael Bay Transformers stuff is just wrong. Your opinion is incorrect.
If you like it as a guilty pleasure, that's fair. But if you like it as a guilty pleasure, you're probably not buying tickets day one to see it. You're not supporting it with your money. And if you like No Man's Sky, you're supporting it with your money. And I hate that. I hate the idea that this game that is so nothing, so just bad, that was sold on so many false promises, is being successful. I hate that. It actually, like, deeply irks me to think that a game with... And I'm not saying that they didn't put a lot of effort into it. I'm sure they put so much time into creating this system. But it's worth so little. It's the same problem I have with Pokemon Go. But Pokemon Go is fucking free. So when I see a million people playing this shitty game Pokemon Go that's poorly designed and horribly implemented, there's a recent Extra Credits episode that dives into that. Very interesting. When I see that, I'm like, it's free. That's fine. They're not supporting it with their money unless they choose to. But even that, like, it's fine. No Man's Sky, you have to pay $80 goddamn here in Canada to even start playing it. That's horrible. You're putting so much money into this game that deserves so little.
And it also had so much potential at first. At least someone thought, and then it was just the game does one thing very well, and that's making you just do the same thing every time with the same result.
Yeah,
So
they've definitely crafted a nice little repetitive loop of things to keep people busy. And in a way that's kind of admirable, but in a horrible kind of way.
yeah, there is also, you mentioned that time when two guys tracked each other down,
Yes.
and they try to see if they could see each other on the planet, and it just wasn't so.
Yeah, the game's not online. They said it would be online, but it's not.
You can only see planets discovered by other people.
It's just one of a wide variety of things people said would be in the game and aren't.
Well, you can find someone's discovered planet. You just can't find them.
Yeah, but they said you would be able to.
Yeah.
That was one of the things they said before the game was released. Hey, you'll be able to do this. You can't. And that's bullshit.
So final diagnosis on No Man's Sky as a game?
If you like this game, congratulations, you have poor taste. I can't word that in any other way. It's very simple. You have poor taste in video games. And I'm sorry if that hurts your feelings, but that is how I feel.
I didn't buy it. Neither
Neither
did he. Just because we saw nothing that was like, wow, I want to buy this game. All we saw was, we should not buy this game.
It's not even a, we saw nothing that interested us. It's a, we bothered to fucking wait till the game was out.
And then,
Before we threw everything we had at it and all of our hopes and dreams.
and you know what? We regret nothing. And I'm sure a lot of people, like when Scott bought Watch Dogs, he was in pure denial. He wanted that game to be good so bad. He showed up at my house one time wearing a Watch Dogs shirt. And I was like, I see you're wearing a Watch Dogs shirt. And he's like, don't look at me.
That's
So-
harsh, but that's totally what's happening with No Man's Sky.
Is if you have any No Man's Sky merchandise, you just want to hide it under your bed, because if someone sees it's like, oh look, that kid's gullible.
What I most look forward to is when the popular consensus agrees with us. Because right now, the
There's so-
consensus is everybody loves it.
There's so much denial that it's got to give more time. But like, seeing as how we haven't paid $80 to see it, we're not obliged to hope to God that it's good.
Yeah.
So we actually have our money's worth. We haven't bought it because we know it's not good.
And you out there, if you like this game and you're thinking, these guys are idiots, they don't understand, you just wait. It'll happen.
Also, we don't care. Think what you want. We think what we want, but we also think you're wrong. You can think we're wrong too. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, especially if it's wrong.
I do care. I do care a lot. I care about the games industry, and I care about good games being made and bad games not being made.
Well, bad games can be made, but they shouldn't be called good. Or have this much success.
That's, yes. Yes.
Bad games should just be bad games. And if No Man's Sky costs $5, fuck yeah. What a
Yeah.
great game.
That's fair.
But it costs $80,
Which is bullshit.
which is bullshit. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed our little discussion of No Man's Sky and various other game styles.
If you like No Man's Sky, I hope you fucking hated this.
Yeah, I hope you fucking dislike this fucking video. Sorry for all the swearing. We're just
Shut the fuck up.
fuck you. Yeah, fuck you. Hey.
No, you shut the fuck up.
Fuck you.
Oh, sorry for all this swearing. What the fuck do you think they clicked on this for? Fuck. Cut it. Shit. God. End this. It's fucking bullshit. God.
Good night,
Cut.
everybody.